Hi guys, welcome back to another video of Cork Model Farms here. So today is a video of me and my friend going around and exploring the town of Mitchelstown in County Cork. So this is a similar video to the one that we did kind of around Christmas of going around Mallow, except this time we're in Mitchelstown. So this is another kind of important market, agricultural town that we thought we'd visit. Lots of history, lots of things to see. I think we actually had a better time here than in Mallow, so no offence to anyone from Mallow if you're watching or anything. But Mitchelstown is a lovely town, and as I say a few times in the video, it's very underrated. It's a place that not many people would visit if they're going to Cork. Most people obviously just go down to West Cork, down to the coast, but Mitchelstown is definitely a hidden gem, and you should definitely visit if you get the chance. Anyway, I won't spend too much time blabbering on, so let's just get straight into the video. We're just about to arrive now. The bus will stop any minute now. Lovely view of the Galties from here as well. Alright, so you've just arrived now, just gotten off the bus. Very good first impressions. You've got everything around us, nice statue as well. And lovely views over there of Galtymore, if I'm correct. And if you can see, I'm not sure if it comes out very well in the camera, but there's still a good bit of snow up at the top of there, and it's it's in the middle of February, so quite interesting. But I can't imagine what it's like in December. Right, so the first thing you see when you're in the town is this fella here, John Mandeville, who was a patriot who died in 1888. Don't know anything about him actually. Obviously, it had something to do with the War of Independence, or no, not the War of Independence, just the something to do with the Ireland's independence. It's too early for that if it's 1888. Yeah, Home Rule probably. Anyway, so he must have obviously come from Mitchelstown. There's and then all the information in Gaeilge, and then there's also a little plaque here for something about the market. So this part of Newmarket Square around the John Mandeville Monument was paved originally by Mitchelstown Cumar Cantor International Youth here in 1985. Okay, so now this is Market Square. Now sadly the market isn't on today. Markets are only on Thursdays and Saturdays, and today's a Tuesday, so a bit of a shame that it's not on, but hope we might get to it some other day. And we passed this as well, since we're looking for lunch. We passed this little plaque here that apparently Michael Lonergan, John Shinnick and John Casey were shot dead here on the 9th of September 1887 during the Land League War. Two of them were shot when the two limestone crosses are laid on the street at this point, and the third in the nearby square. They kindled here a living blaze that nothing shall come withstand, and then a nice spit in Gaeilge. And so two of them were shot here, literally where I'm standing. Two of them were exactly shot here a couple of 200 years ago. Right, so we're just figuring out a place to go eat for lunch, so I just get a little video of us just walking around the place, because it's a very nice town from what we've seen so far. That Market Square is lovely. The trees around the place are very nice as well. And there's a lot of old little shops and stuff. We're going to take a look at that Ford place later, but it's a very nice town, and the views of the mountains and the scenery is lovely. So definitely recommend to visit, and I explain some of the kind of like history and stuff later, because I haven't really checked it out yet. There's information there, but I'll tell you that when we actually do know what we're talking about. Okay, so we struggled for a place for lunch, so we decided just to go to that Spar. Right, so we were struggling for food, so we just kind of went with simple, not anything particularly tasty, just keep you going type food, just a few goujons, a few wedges. Tasty, but nothing special. that. So we actually went into the Super Value as well to get a little snack. It's actually a very nice Super Value. Nice good selection. Alright, so we'll come up to the top again, and you can see the church up there. This is still the Market Square, still the lovely views, and loads of lovely houses. So this is information on John Mandeville. This is what the statue looked like when it was first erected in the 1910s. It was obviously a lot shinier then, gone through a bit of weathering, but here's all the information. You can pause and read all that if you want. And then I think, yeah, the writer William Trevor, TBE, was from Mitchelstown and wrote a load of books, and there's a few of his books here. Born in 1928. And here are some of the titles of some of his books. Right, so as we were heading up to the church, we got a nice view of, here's a nice pub, yard, and this is the AIB bank, and the church is up there. Right, so we have a lovely view from here. Galty's again, Galty Moor is up there. The graveyard, and the Catholic church here, which we have all the information on here. And then we have just the town again where we were a few minutes ago. And then, as I said, that's Dairy Gold, but I think that is also Dairy Gold. So there's two plants here. Well, I think they're connected in some way. So we're going to take a look at both of them. And then the Protestant church is over there, which is now it's an art gallery, I think. So we'll take a look at that as well. But really nice views you get from top here, and then there's a playground up there as well. So far it's been an amazing trip. Really nice views. You also get kind of a view of 3 counties again. Now we haven't left Cork all day. We're planning for maybe a few minutes. That's obviously Tipperary and Limerick. So Tipperary is kind of like, oh, there everything is Tipperary, and then it's like there and then round, because this is Cork obviously, and then same thing, that's all Limerick, if I'm correct. We might cross into Limerick because surprisingly, even though it's known for being close to Tipperary, it's actually quicker to cross into Limerick than Tipperary from here. And safer as well, because to cross into Tipperary you have to go onto a main road. You can just go onto a small path if you want to cross into Limerick. But anyway, wasting time, so we'll just take a look at the church as well. Right, so what we found out here is this was actually built in 1978. This one was from medieval times. Sadly they destroyed it for unknown reasons. They just built a new one. So this is a very modern looking church, so we're going to take a look inside it. So we're just walking to the workhouse actually, past the church, but we noticed this like abandoned cottage or shed on our way. It's just a bit interesting. Obviously nobody's living here. This is past an estate, but it's just quite interesting to see these. Bit of a shame nobody actually buys these or does them up, because they're kind of just left to rot here. But hopefully someone will buy it. They could make something nice out of it, knock this down and turn it into a nice cottage or something. So who knows? So we saw this when we were coming back, when we were heading to the workhouse. We saw this sign. So this is the sign welcoming you to the town, and it says obviously welcome to Mitchelstown in Irish Fáilte Vistula. And this is a lovely painting. You have a few cows grazing over, and there's Galty Moor and Galty Biog. Lovely sight, surrounded by lovely fields. So we'll be at the workhouse next. Right, so we got to the workhouse. Now, it's not really anything spectacular, because it's just walls now. I know when it closed, but sorry about all the noise from all the traffic. This is on a main road, or a small regional road, sorry. But this is what the workhouse looked like in 1905. So obviously it was closed then, and there it is. We might go up to the gates there as well, but yeah, and obviously some of the stone has come off. But it was destroyed during the, same as the castle, it was destroyed during the Civil War. Anti-treaty forces came and burnt it, and it was just left to rot. And now all that's standing is the walls, because they were made out of stone, obviously. But still very interesting. I know there's no view inside, except a little crack, but you can't, even through that you can't see anything really. It's just a field, I suppose. And there's just a bit of sight notice, and there's CCTVs, obviously. Anyway, so we'll head back into the town now. Here we go. Right, so we said we'd take a look at the co-op here. Got some nice stuff for sale, gates and feed barriers, and some nice Fleming stuff as well, and some transport boxes, a few calving huts, or sorry, I suppose they'd be pigsties, plastic ones, a brush, muck scraper, feeding cylinder, so yeah, lovely rings. And then we'll just go up and take a look at the shops. Right, so we're in here now, and quite a nice variety of stuff. We've got kind of home stuff, work stuff, gardening, farm supplies, household, pet, things like that. All sorts of stuff. These are kind of all the electrical stuff, but co-ops are great shops. Definitely recommend going into them. So we're just walking back to the main part of the town, just after visiting the co-op, and we're going to go take a look at the courthouse and the library and the church. Right, so we're just passing the Dairy Gold co-op. So yeah, I think, like, I'm not sure. I think that one is also Dairy Gold plant up there. So I'm not sure if there are two. That might be a Kerry group or something, or maybe another company. But we're definitely passing the Dairy Gold one here. So we'll take a look at it. So this is the staff car park, and then they load them up there, as you can see by the trailer. Here it is now. Very actually quite nice to be building, quite fancy. So obviously these are all the old offices and stuff. So and here's the reception. Yeah, so you wait there, and they have a nice painting inside, if you can see. And there's the trailer again. And here's some more loading bays. And here's the this is quite interesting, the Macra, continuing the legacy of the Mitchelstown Young Farmers Club. 100 years of united progress. Mitchelstown Young Farmers Club, founded on this site 1925, erected on the occasion of the Golden Jubilee 1975 by Mitchelstown, Macra and the Ferma. 1954 to 1975, unite to progress. And here is their lovely logo, and here's their other one. So we'll continue, and here's more. Here's more of the Dairy Gold. So this is the kind of main entrance, No, we won't go in obviously because you're not allowed to go in. Yeah, that's the so that's the main office you can head into, but we're not going to go in there obviously. But very interesting. So a lorry being loaded up here, and sorry, a few more things over here. So this is the library, kind of another part of the town we didn't see yet, but just outside the co-op. Quite a nice one. Right, so we're back on the main street. So since I never said it earlier, I thought I'd just give you a little bit of information about the town. So Mitchelstown is quite a large town. I think it's like the third biggest town, or third or fourth biggest town in North Cork, and like 7th or 8th biggest in the entire county. It's located in the far northeast of the county. It's right on the border with Tipperary, and it's pretty much the last town in Cork before you enter Tipperary. It's also quite close to Limerick, and it's not too far from the Cork-Limerick-Tipperary tri-point at Kilbeheny, which is only 5 kilometres away from here, which we might go to another day. But it's a very nice town. There's a lot to see. So as you can see, we've seen a lot of things. It's market town. No, it has a market, as I said earlier, but we missed it. There's what so it's also one of these Golden Vale towns, similar to Mallow, except a bit smaller. So obviously we have mostly dairy farming around here, but it's quite a nice town. Very lots of things to see, and lots of things to do. Right, so we actually went the wrong way. This is the way to the Little. We're heading to the church to go see the art gallery, but we definitely went the wrong way. But quite a nice view still from here, and yeah, just very nice. Right, so we decided to go to the other church, and the Catholic one is going off at the moment with bells. But this is the Protestant one, the St. George's, which has now been turned into an art gallery. So it was built for the Fermoy Union of Parishes, and it's built by near Kingston College, which obviously is nearby. I think the Kingston family must have been prevalent around here, because a lot of the things are named Kingston. The castle was Kingston when that was around. The college is Kingston College, so everything must have something to do with Kingston. So anyway, we'll take a look inside. Here's it from the outside. Quite nice. But anyway, let's take a look at the inside. So these were the old plaques. This is half a ton, and a lot of them are half a ton. But so there they are. They're very impressive. These were from the original. This originally was held over the castle, and these are what they're meant to be. This one is this one. This one is this one, and this one is this one. And this is the Earl Cornet with crest of the King's family, King's Earls of Kingston, and Sir William Fenton. And here's some more information up here. Very interesting. And some old pictures as well. King Street, Mulberry Village. And here's a bit of information. You can pause and read that if you want to. And this is an old kind of a drawing of the castle when it was around. So obviously destroyed about 100 years ago, a little over 100 years ago. Same reason as the workhouse, just destroyed by the anti-treaty IRA during the Civil War as they were marching. And there's an old drawing, kind of a cartoon, St. George's in time. And this is the actual church itself. It's very nice. And then here's one of the broken windows, and you can pause and read that if you want to. So it's very nice artwork. You kind of got hands, and you've got different patterns and different colours. Right, so this is Kingston College. This is kind of in the centre, not too far away from the main street, in the centre of the town. I think people are actually living in these houses because they're quite old, but I think people are living here because there's cars and there's people in the gardens. But I'm trying to imagine actually what living in one of these houses would be like. It would be very old. There's kind of a little fountain here as well. This was built by the Kingston family as well. It doesn't serve as a college anymore. It's just a historical site now. But I think it used to be a college. When they say college, I'm not sure does it mean like an actual college, or does it just mean like a secondary school? Then this is all just Ballyhore stuff and famous things. But and then over here is all the information. This is the chapel inside. All stuff. There's the castle again, and the gallery, and then you can read all that if you want to. But yeah, there it is. Right, so this is the other dairy wall plant. This is the bigger one, the Castle Farm one. As you can see, they're being loaded up. Now we can't go any further because it's all private property behind the fence, but quite an interesting one. So this is one of the many scattered around this part of the country. Another thing that we actually found out about this is that this also used to be the site of the former cheese factory here. So if you didn't know, there used to be a company here called Mitchelstown Cheese. They used to make cheese, but they made cheddar, and also they used to make Galty cheese, if you know that, and Galty singles. If you know what I'm talking about, they are you see them in shops. They're on they have the painting cover, but they, in my opinion, you can disagree with me on this, but I personally think they're rotten. They taste very rubbery and very fake. But nowadays they are made in Carcassonne and Kerry, so a bit strange they're still called Galty cheese if they're not even made in Galties anymore. But anyway, that's enough. So this is the shopping centre. It's actually very small. The major thing here is just there's a big Tesco. So not a bad selection of supermarkets here as well. Tesco's, Super Value, Lidl, so you're fine for groceries anyway. So this is the Tesco, same as any other kind of Tesco, just really all Tesco's are the same, just different, the products are just placed in different areas. But as you can see, you've probably kind of seen something like this in a million different places. Right, so this is the ruins of the Brigtown Church. This was obviously built ages ago. It was destroyed during a Viking raid in 839 AD, so a long time ago. You can barely see it. The gate is locked. Obviously they're closed with it now, but it's also just a regular graveyard here as well. But then these ones are the old ones from hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. So anyway, sadly we can't go and see it, but you can still kind of make it out there. But yeah, it's interesting enough. Right, so we actually struggled for a place to eat for dinner, so we ended up just going to Supermax. Right, so we're getting back on the bus now. After our big long day, we're heading back. It's been an amazing day here. Definitely, it's an extremely underrated town. Definitely worth the visit, and we'll probably be back here once again. Right, so we're back on the bus, back home. As I was saying earlier, definitely worth the visit. We'll be back home another hour or two, hour or so. We're actually done an hour. But yeah, if you're visiting Cork county, or if you live in a neighbouring county, or if you're just visiting Ireland, I'd recommend a trip to Mitchelstown, as it is definitely worth a visit, as it's a very nice town with a lot of history and a lot of things to see. Right, so I hope you guys enjoyed. These videos are going to become not too common. They'll be here and there. They're kind of going to be every couple of weeks, maybe every month or so. Which they'll be all over the country, but same style of towns. Mostly in Cork for now. But Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye.